Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. Today, we actually have more of a shenanigan rather than a cartoon news article. I'm going to be talking about something a little bit weird, but the Pokemon anime. What the heck are these people doing? Oh, God. Okay, so if you guys haven't been keeping up with Pokemon Journeys, this is the newest Pokemon anime. Every couple years they bring out a new one to coincide with the games, right? So a couple years ago they had the Sun and the Moon anime where it was Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. Years ago they had Pokemon X and Y and Z. Which is really weird because they never actually made a Pokemon Z video game. They just did X and Y, and they kind of just moved on. But yeah, that was that. They kind of just moved on. Never did a Pokemon Z, and but the anime still was called Pokemon X, Y, and Z or something like that. I can't remember. They never did Zygarde, I guess. They never had a story or something with him, but they did in the anime. They actually did in the anime. They had a Zygarde related story, but regardless, you guys get what I'm saying. There's the games. They have the games. They have the anime, etc., etc., etc. And now we're on Pokemon Journeys, where it feels like they did a fresh reboot, where it's they're not following the games this time. This is weird. We haven't seen something like this in a long time. So we recently had the video game Pokemon Sword and Shield, and normally the anime would follow suit and be called something like Pokemon Super Sword and Shield or something like that. But instead it's called Pokemon Journeys, and we're getting these random adventures of Ash Ketchum and this new character called Go, which is right here. He has the little green monkey there, Grookey, on his shoulder. And this show is having some issues, some severe issues. It jumps all over the place, and it does a lot of these clickbait episodes. I don't know how to explain it, but I guess I'm going to try because we have an example in this episode here. What do I mean by clickbait? So they'll have Ash. Ash has a whole bunch of Pokemon from all the previous seasons, right? I talked about how he went back to X and Y, or there was an X and Y anime. There was Diamond and Pearl, which is a perfect example because in this show, for one episode, or maybe two, I guess, they go back to Oak's, Professor Oak. They actually go back to Professor Oak. And in the Diamond and Pearl series, Ash catches he actually gets it from Paul, a Chimchar. And the Chimchar eventually evolves into what's the final, Monferno? I don't, it's been a long time. I think it's called Monferno, right? And Ash is a very special one because his Monferno, or Infernape, Infernape was the name of the Pokemon. I was having a hallucination there. Yeah, Infernape, Ash has the ability Blaze. Okay, on this Infernape. Whenever this Infernape's HP would get low, its entire body would burst into flames and it would go crazy. So a lot of people love this Infernape, okay? I don't know. Where was I getting Monferno? Is that the pre-evolution? I don't even know. But you guys get it. So they brought him back for an episode where they had to get a Moltres feather or something like that. And Gary Oak, actually, Gary from the first season, for those of you who are super old, you might remember Gary. He comes back too. He's part of this organization to find Mew, the Pokemon Mew. So that's Go. Go's dream is to catch all the Pokemon and catch Mew and find out about Mew. So there's an entire research team, and Gary comes, and it was a whole thing. So they do a lot of these clickbait episodes where it's oh my God, Ash is going to visit his old Pokemon. Oh my God, Gary Oak is back. Oh my God, Iris. Actually, Iris came back. She was from the Black and White series. And she was actually the champion. Even that was pretty cool because that happens in Black and White 2 in the video games there, where Iris actually gets the champion title. So Ash basically beats her in an episode, and it was a whole big deal. And we had Dawn. Dawn came back like multiple times now. We're seeing a whole bunch of like Ash's former companions, except for like Tracy. He never like goes back and like does anything with Tracy. I guess I guess Brock. It's only a matter of time before Brock comes back. Who else is there? Like Cyan, whatever the heck that guy, the green-haired guy from Black and White. He hasn't shown up in quite a while. There's a whole bunch of like trainers. In fact, next episode, this is episode 94. Episode 95, they're actually bringing back Butch and Cassidy from Team Rocket. Yeah, you guys remember them from like the early days of Pokemon? They actually had multiple like Team Rocket members, and they had Butch and Cassidy. They're coming back for an episode. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're doing a lot of these clickbaits and nostalgia baits episodes. This episode pissed me off. We're going to talk about this. Holy shit, I've been ranting for 6 minutes. So what the hell did they do this time? What kind of clickbait bullshit did they come up with this time? So we have this character here, Renji. He has like blonde hair, and he has a Magnemite named Francois. It's actually revealed how the Magnemite, why he named it that, why it's called Francois. We do get the backstory in this episode. So this isn't a filler episode. This is like a canon episode where like shit actually happens. But they do something that pissed me off. We're going to talk about it. You guys, maybe I'll title the name. Maybe I'll title the video name of this video so you guys have an idea of what the hell we're about to talk about. So what happens in this episode? The writing is terrible. Okay, and that's a start. That's a great place to start. The writing is freaking atrocious. So basically, there's the Magnemites all over the Kanto region. This is a Magnemite here, this little creature with the little magnets on its hand there. Magnemite has evolutions over the years. It got evolutions. So Magnemite evolves into Magneton. Actually, maybe I'll go online and just show you guys. Pokemon Magnemite. How do you even spell this thing? Magnemite. Here we go. Okay, I've looked this up before. Yeah, so there's Magnemite, and then Magnemite actually evolves into Magneton, and then Magneton actually evolves into a Magnezone. Where the hell is Magnezone? Hold on a second here. I think I got to type it in. I don't see it. Magnezone? I think I don't know how to spell the. Oh, Magnezone. There we go. Maybe not. There it is. Okay, there it is. It evolves from Magneton when leveled up in a special magnetic field, or in Sword and Shield when exposed to a Thunderstone. Oh, they cheaped out, eh? They're like, screw it, just give it a Thunderstone. Yeah, so this is like the final evolution of Magnemite, right? So in this episode, they decided to explore a little bit. They decided to go a bit crazy, but not too crazy. Heaven forbid we go out of bounds and do something crazy, like off the wall, exciting. No, we couldn't have that. So basically, all the Magnemites in the Kanto region start going crazy, and they're trying to find out why. Do you want to know why? I'm going to tell you. Spoiler. It's because a random satellite, nobody knows why. They don't even explain it in this episode. No explanation. We don't know if this was Team Rocket. We don't know who the hell was even trying. Was this Russia? Was this Russia from like actual real life? I don't know. I can't tell you guys, but there was somebody set up a satellite that started to make all the Magnemites go crazy. They don't explain who set the satellite up. They just mention that the government or like the Nurse Jennies or not the Nurse Jenny, Officer Jenny's or something, or like looking into who set up the satellite. They said like people are looking into it, scientists. I can't remember what they said, but like they basically said somebody's trying to like figure out and take that satellite down. So we don't know who did this, who set up the satellite. They never tell us in the episode, and they move on. The writers forgot to finish the episode. Oh my God. Yeah, they literally forgot to finish the episode. They didn't tell us, and I guess you could say that maybe in another episode we'll find out who did this. I don't think so. I think the writers completely forgot to conclude the episode, and we are never going to find out what the hell happened here. But basically, there's some kind of satellite that's making all the Magnemites go crazy. They actually, here it says, I covered up with the tin foil with a hat. So this dude's Francois, this Magnemite, is actually wearing a doorknob cover. Yeah, like back in the day, they used to cover doorknobs with these little like woolen thing. You could see it there. It's like a little pink doorknob cover. This is like old school, you know, like my grandma would have one of these things. A doorknob cover. Yeah, no one really uses those today, but maybe some places, who knows. But basically they put tin foil on this Magnemite to stop it from going crazy. And what happens here? What goes on? So there's a crazy, unexplained satellite. The Magnemites are going crazy, and then we jump around here, and we find out that eventually... No, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. Not yet. But basically, his Magnemite eventually loses its doorknob hat, and the tinfoil comes out. And the Magnemites that are all being controlled, you can see they all have red eyes. They start to form this new creature. They start to form this completely new Pokemon. They even say it. It's literally evolving. We have to go to this thing. So the Magnemites are eating all the electricity, and the satellite mysteriously starts doing something that causes all of the Magnemites to conglomerate all into a ball, all into one area. All these Magnemites that are being controlled, they're all in one area. And he loses Francois. Francois is just in the ball. So there we go. We find out a little backstory about like why his name is Francois, and there was this shop, and he likes eating like antique lamps. It's a whole thing. Just, you have to watch the episode if you haven't watched it. But I'm not playing it because I don't want. Basically, he loses it. He finds it, and here we go. So basically, now I just can't believe they would do this to people. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Okay, so all the Magnemites are creating this giant ball. Okay, then they are Magnemites. They have magnetic forces, so they start linking up. Okay, the Magnemites start like making a ball, and his little Francois, his little Magnemite, the one that he personally owns, is going into the ball. Okay, and look, and it even mentions here how so in Japan it's called coil. It's not called Magnemite, it's called coil. They basically say that its only evolutions are rail coil and Jabba coil, where it's like I don't know if we can get that image there, but no, I don't think so. But it basically shows that its images are like Magnemite and Magneton and Magnezone. And they basically say that there's so much we don't know about Pokemon's capabilities, and it's baffling. Absolutely anything could happen, it said there. They basically call the doctor, the professor, and they basically said this thing was they're turning into a hyper ultra rare rail recoil. They're basically evolving into this like super, I call this thing, I named this Pokemon because we never got to see it. I basically called it Magnemongo. Okay, now, you guys ever see Shrek 2? Shrek 2, we have Mongo. Okay, he's a giant gingerbread man named Mongo. Okay, so I'm like, okay, we have a giant Magnemite of evolution, right? We don't know what the hell this thing is called. The hyper ultra rare Magnemite, and it's evolving. And here's the problem: if they evolve into some like brand new Pokemon, Francois, his little Pokemon, his little Magnemite would basically become the new Pokemon, right? So all the trainers who lost their Magnemites, they would just lose them because they would all become a brand new Pokemon. How would that work? Like, who would get ownership? Would he be able to return it to his Pokeball, or would it become a new Pokemon so that it's not his anymore? I don't know. I have no idea, but we never get to find out. Because they destroy Magnemongo. Oh no. Magnemongo, the evolution. I have named it. It will forever be known as Magnemongo, the legendary Pokemon that we never got to see. And it even has the evolution. Whenever Pokemon evolve, they start glowing blue. All the Magnemites were about to super evolve into something. And we don't know what the hell's going on here. That's so unfortunate. I wanted to see it. And then it's so god-awful. It's so god-awful. They literally have Ash Ketchum use Thunderbolt and stop the evolution. They literally clickbaited us into believing that there was going to be a super ultimate epic Magnemite, a giant Magnemite evolution, and we don't get to see it. We don't get to see it. It's so sad. It is so sad. I think there was even like a weird shot of it where it was like, wasn't it when they were all coalescing in the ball? I don't know. They're evolving. Wasn't there like a weird shot where like, there's that stupid satellite that we don't know. But basically, yeah, they all like, I swear they actually like turn into a giant eyeball creature for a second. Then Pikachu. Yeah, it's like right here. It's gonna be hard to get the exact shot. Yeah, they basically turn into this giant eyeball creature for a split second. And they're all just like millions, or probably not millions, probably thousands of Magnemites, all just like magnets like stick together. So it's just like a bunch of Magnemites just. How they formed a giant eyeball in there, I have no clue, but this thing was ready to evolve. Like, it was happening. It was happening. I wanted to see it happen, and we will never get Magnemongo. We will never get our boy, okay? Magnemongo, the legendary Pokemon that was never going to be shown. We're never going to get him. They clickbaited us, and that's it. And Pikachu, they literally just have Ash use one Thunderbolt, and it's over. Like, that's it. You guys will probably think, oh my god, how are they going to defeat this giant eyeball creature? No. Pikachu uses Thunderbolt, and apparently Magnemite's like feeding off electricity. So they just cancel this entire evolution by a single Pikachu Thunderbolt. It's so silly. We get some backstory here, how he found Francois in the snow. When it went off, it kind of ran off on its own. And and then the shop, basically they find it's explained that the reason Magnemite is called Francois is because there was this restaurant, and the restaurant owner basically asked him to take care of Magnemite because he was going out of business. And then he opens back up. He just opens back up. And we never find out who did the satellite. And then we do get to see... oh, no, this is not the episode. The episode after this, we get to see Cassidy and Butch. So there's no teaser at the end of this episode. But that was another stupid thing. Yeah, I almost forgot to talk about this really quick. But, like... somehow out of all these it's not millions, but out of all these thousands of Magnemites, somehow the exact Francois just happens to drift towards him. It's so stupid. You're telling me there's thousands of Magnemites, and the one that happened to drift towards his direction was the one he owned out of all of these thousands of Magnemites? The writing in this episode, oh my god. It was awful. It was so bad. So Magnemongo, we will RIP. RIP. We will never get Magnemongo. They're never going back and they're never doing this. That would be so sick in the video games if you had to go and catch 10,000 Magnemites and combine them into this legendary giant Magnemite, Magnemongo. It has to be named Magnemongo. I won't have it any other way. Okay, they can name it whatever they want to, but like that would be so cool if we got that Pokemon as a nice little nod to this episode. But that let's be real, guys. My head is in the clouds. We're never getting that. We're never getting this. We're never gonna get to see what this evolution was. We're never gonna get to know who the hell made that satellite. It's over. It's over, folks. The end. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you pissed off about this? I wanted to see that evolution. That's so sad. We could have got a brand new Pokemon, but no, they just weren't ballsy enough to do it. So sad. And it sucks too because the Pokemon anime has shown like Pokemon that have never been in the games, right? Like we've seen certain Pokemon statues of like ancient Pokemon and stuff that have never appeared in the video games. So like having one Pokemon that's exclusive to the anime isn't going to hurt anybody. It's just really sad. I'm really sad that we couldn't get to see the final evolution. Really sad. I'm just a huge Pokemon fan, so having one less Pokemon is just not fun. But that's it from me. Let me know all your thoughts. Are you pissed that we didn't get to see it as I am? Because I'm pretty mad about it. Let me know. Are you pissed off this show keeps clickbaiting and nostalgia baiting? Like it's fine if you do it in moderation, but like every week, it seems like every week or like every other week or at least once a month, right? 4 weeks, 4 episodes. At least once a month, we're getting this like clickbaity kind of episode where it's like, oh my God, you have to tune in because of this reason. And then it never happens. It's like back in the day, remember when they would do those episodes where it was like, oh my God, is Ash Ketchum going to evolve his Pikachu into a Raichu? No, he never does. He never does. In fact, I think they did it. Didn't they already try to do this in this show already? We're only like 94 episodes in, and they've already pulled a bunch of shit like that. So yeah, I'm done. I can't talk about it. It'll just make me angrier. I'll lose my voice, and I'll get pissed. So, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. The end. I'll see you all later. Peace out. Bye-bye.